We're looking live at a beautiful fly-in to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. And even if you close your eyes, Brock, you'd still know exactly where you were by the rallying cry of the Jaguar faithful in the stands. It's been a great day of football to begin the season, and now it's time for our main event. We're off on Sunday night. Return coming from the 6. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Robinson on the inside give. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Derek Forrest able to make the stop. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and short, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 46. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes for 36 yards. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a 1st for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense.
And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Here's Robinson. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Robinson takes this the wrong way. That's a loss all the way back to the 5.
Okay, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Slot man motioned over. Daniels, third and goal. We've got a screen to the running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. On fourth down, here comes Cade York and the Commanders' field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. Groupie sends it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Lawrence in the pistol. Finds the in route complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game.
We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. Here's Etienne on first down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Lawrence working from the gun. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. Cam Little to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. On now is Cook to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Another carry for Robinson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First down, ball at the 36. Staying with Robinson. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 43. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Daniels from the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
3rd and long for Daniels. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Begins his return at the 16. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Jaguars football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the play fake. He's going deep. Wanted to get it to Thomas, but it's intercepted. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Catch made by Cooks. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Running left is Robinson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Man in motion, out of the slot. From the gun, it's Daniels. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now it's Lawrence. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Lawrence throwing here. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down. Here's a quick pass, caught outright. And he's brought down for a loss.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Finds a man right side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He rolls to his right. He connects downfield on 4. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. On his Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11. On now is Cook to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Daniels on 1st down. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. 1st and 10 from the 41. They motion the tight end over. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Completed to his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Escapes the pocket. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. First time this game they've looked to him. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. The Jags bringing out the dime look. Third down. Again, Daniels to the air. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. On fourth down, here comes Cade York and the Commanders' field goal unit. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Thomas. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down. Lawrence now off the play action. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Trying it right side with Etienne. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Etienne takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars lead by 15 now. On now is Cook to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. He's out in the clear. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And it's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's 2nd and 2. Short pass brought in. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. Cut out left. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Working quickly here. From the 17. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders start the 2nd half with some needed points. You're good on the point after. And the Commanders get it back to within 1 score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a give. It's Etienne headed left. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Lawrence in the pistol. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the shotgun, Lawrence finds him over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. From the gun, Etienne gets it. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
That's cut at the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. 1st down throw, Lawrence. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Lawrence working from the gun. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. On the move, headed right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Complete out to the right. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Oh, it's tipped. It's tipped. Interception. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind.
Makes a man miss. Uh-oh, he's off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. Cuts right. Into the red zone. Will not be denied. Touchdown. The Jaguars lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Brought in right side. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Daniels on first down. Chased out to his right. Caught in the comeback route. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Catch is made down the right sideline. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Man, this is so tough. You're near the goal line, not a lot of space for your receivers to work. The quarterback, got to have the agency to tuck it and run if need be, but sometimes not a lot of space to do that either.
Got to have the agency and got to have the urgency. The problem, Kate, is the defense right there was playing chess and you're playing checkers, and that's no place you want to be on offense.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Trying to find his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Daniels. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Here's Daniels. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it. 2nd down and 10. Daniels.
He's going to push one deep down. He's got it inside the 25. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Offense up to the line fast. Daniels. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Washington. And now the Commanders face a very important two-point attempt. Flying forward on the ground. And he's into the end zone, so the two-point try pays off. They cut the deficit to just a field goal here in the fourth. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lawrence throwing here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. So it's 2nd down coming up. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars only up by a few. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. He'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45. 1st and 10. Running it here with ETN. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. ETN again. And he's got this down to the 40. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He fires one deep down. He's got it deep downfield. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. On his little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. First and 10 from the 41. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. This is Ingram working the left side. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive. Not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying?
Has room down the left sideline. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
On now is Cook to kick this away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send Cooks left. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps. Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. So that brings up second down. To throw, Daniels. Forced out to his right. Looking, taking a shot deep down the right sideline. So the Jaguars come away with the win.